Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this lecture I am going to discuss about Z transform. As we know that Z transform is only used for discrete time signal. It is counterpart of Laplace transform where we are used for continuous time signal. So most of the property of Laplace transform also used in Z transform like linearity property, scaling property, time shifting property, convolution theorem, initial value and final value theorem. So in this lecture we are going to discuss these properties one by one with suitable examples and problems. It is lecture 3 of Z transform. In previous lecture we have discussed definition of Z transform in introduction lecture, and in second lecture we have discussed some problems of Z transform related to ROC of Z transform. In this lecture we are going to discuss some properties of Z transform like linearity property. It states that Z transformer weighted sum of individual signal is equal to weighted sum of individual Z transform. We can also explain it mathematically. Let a discrete time signal x1n have Z transform x1z, another signal is x2n and its Z transform is let x2z. Its ROC will be let greater than R1 and its ROC will be let greater than R2. Then weighted sum of this signal AX1n and its sum BX2n have Z transform will be same as Z transform of these individual signal. It is 2. Its Z transform is x1z and another signal have Z transform is x2z and its weighted sum, its constant is outside. So this will be the same that linearity property tells. And its ROC of this Z transform will be intersection of R1 and R2, where R1 and R2 is ROC of individual this signal. So this can be explained by some examples like let a signal xn is 3 delta n plus 5 delta n minus 1 plus 6 delta n plus 2, and we have to find Z transform of this signal. So how we can Z transform of this signal? We have to find Z transform of this individual signal and then we can add this signal. So this is constant and its Z transform will be 1 plus this is also constant and its Z transform delta n minus 1 will be Z to the power minus 1 plus this is constant 6 and its Z transform will be Z to the power 2. Now in this lecture we are going to discuss more properties. Time shifting property. What tells time shifting property? It tells that if we shift signal by m, then its Z transform will be multiplied by Z to the power minus m to xz, where xz is Z transform of xn and m is positive or negative integer. So we have to find Z transform of delta n minus 2. So what will be its Z transform? We know that Z transform of delta n will be 1. So Z transform of delta n minus 2 will be, its Z transform will be Z to the power minus 2 and Z transform of delta n, as I have told, it is 1. So its Z transform will be Z to the power minus 2. Now we are going to a different problem What will be Z transform of this one? We have to find its Z transform. As we know that Z transform of un will be Z by Z minus 1. So its Z transform will be Z by Z minus 1 multiplied by Z to the power minus 2. That is, its Z transform will be Z to the power minus 1 divided by Z minus 1. So it is time shifting property. Now we are going to discuss another properties. Time reversal property. What it tells? It tells that if xz is z transform of xn, then what will be z transform of x minus n? We have defined z transform of x minus 1. So this property tells that its z transform will be x z to the power minus 1. So we can explain this by some problems. Let xn will be un. So we have to find z transform of u minus n. What will be its z transform? We know that according to this property, its z transform will be x z to the power minus 1. So its z transform xn will be this one. So xz will be, as we know that z transform of un will be z into z minus 1. So its z transform will be x, we have to put z minus 1 in place of z, and we will get z to the power minus 1, z to the power minus 1 minus 1. That is, it becomes 1 by z minus 1, and it will be 1 by z 1 minus z divided by z, that is 1 by 1 minus z. So z transform of u minus n will be 1 by 1 minus z. So it find by time reversal property. Now it is a scaling property. What it tells? It tells that let xz will be z transform of xn, then find z transform of a to the power xn. So scaling property tells that its z transform will be xz by a. Similar to Fourier transform, its z transform will be xz by a. That is scaling property. So we can find some problem based on a scaling property. If un is a signal xn, and we have to find z transform of a to the power n xn. So what will be its z transform? Its z transform is, if signal is xn equal to un, and its z transform will be z by z minus 1, then what will be its z transform? Its z transform will be, we have to put, by this property we have to put z by a in place of z in this signal, then its z transform will be z by a minus, we have just put z by a in place of z, then we got this result, and its z transform will be z by a z minus a multiplied by a, and that will be z by z minus a, and its ROC will be modulus of z should be greater than a. That will be its ROC. I already explained this one in my previous lecture.